a new series which is going to be centered around Space Invaders. Like, it's also going to be a mobile game. And one thing that we'll be doing different with this as opposed to the other prototype projects is that we will actually make a game that will have a start and a finish. So that means that we will be publishing this game onto the Android when we finish it. It's going to be inspired by Space Invaders. Now, most of the code provided for this project will be available to download, just like with any other projects. However, the last two versions I will do off stream because I don't want to release everything that's going to be used for the final version that will be published. Now, I will show how to use source control while we do it, and just to give someone a glimpse of what the inspirations I'll have using. So those are some little projects I made in university, and I'll just play them right now. I believe this is from my first year. So, and this was a very simple game where you would just drive around, collect objects like this. Now, there was a mobile version of this game. I believe this is the PC one. The mobile one looked slightly different. It had touch controls for the movement. And finally, let's try the other one. This is something I also made in first year of my undergraduate. And that one, there we go. So there is no mouse movements at all. So we have a little spider that shoots incoming logs. I believe there is a way to switch the weapon that you're using, but I don't remember how. How do you change the weapons? Oh, there you go. Ah. So poison destroys, web covers stuff, and you have to kind of collect the cocoons to have ammo. So let me show you how that works. So if I shoot and then collect, I gain ammo. There we go, like so. So it was a very simple game like this. So that's kind of something what we'll be aiming for this project is a fully functioning mobile game with source control. So let's start off with the setting up our source control, and then we'll create a project inside of it. So this is the uploaded version for the previous series if anyone's interested. But anyway, so for this we'll be using a GitHub desktop, which you can download. This allows you to do everything with GitHub without having to use the console commands. It's very quick and efficient to use. So we open up our desktop and we create a new repository. The first thing that we'll do is set up the name. So let's call this a mobile, what's it called? Like Space Invaders, like Twitch, because this is streamed on Twitch. So it makes sense because it makes sense to name it like this. Now description. So this is a mobile game which is streamed on Twitch at Snake551. What is it called? Twitch.tv/Snake551. And here we will only change this to, where is it? Unity. For licenses, we're just going to leave it as blank for now. And now let's pick a new path. So let's just make a folder and call it the mobile Space Invaders Twitch. Select this folder and then create the repository like so. Now with this we get that these sections. So let's just click publish in the repository. This is the name. We're going to keep this private. I'll create a separate version for the public version, I think, or maybe I'll just change it to public later. We'll see. For now, we'll just leave it as this. We can change from private to public at GitHub. So I'll just quickly go into my GitHub account now that we've published it. Just give it some time. Anyway, while we're waiting for that, let's create our new project. So here we have Unity. I'll be using I'll be using Unity 2019. I personally don't like using 2020. There's so many bugs and features that are just not working that do work in 2019, and so I just don't want to use 2020. I highly like. It also lags a lot on my computer for some reason. I don't know why. Um, I actually read that a lot of people have the exact same problem. Okay, so let's just open up the folder, select create. I'm not changing anything here. Even though it's a 2D game, we'll still make it as a 3D project. Um, and we'll add all of these later if necessary. Oh, there you go. In the meanwhile, so this is what happened now. So this is my repository now. So now we have this new repository here, which we can click on. And currently we only have the git ignore and git attributes. Once Unity loads, I'll show you. Ooh, I don't like the icon that the Unity is showing. I hope I am actually using the right version. It might be too recent. Not we'll have to redo the project or just downgrade it to a lower version. But there you go. So one thing that happens is as soon as the project gets created, we get a lot of new things that get added. Now, because we selected to ignore Unity things, it will set up the git ignore correctly. So what git ignore does is it ignores what should not be added into the project because we don't want to add absolutely everything to our repository. We just want to add the relevant things, not to spam project. Like some of these things, they get always regenerated every time you open it. So there is absolutely no reason to have them saved because they're just there to be overwritten regardless. Um, Same with builds, etc. Especially since some of these would take a lot of space. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this version of Unity, to be honest. Let's see how it goes. Worst case scenario, we'll just downgrade to a different version. So let's just set up the project. So I'm going to put the under dash in scenes. Just going to create some folders. Let's create the resources folder. Let's create the scripts folder. Inside the resources, let's create sprites. And I believe that should be good enough for now. We'll just keep making as we go along. So we'll be working in 2D, and one thing in game that we'll do is we will not use free aspect. We'll kind of try to work with a smaller screen size so we kind of get the feel for what a mobile looks like. So let's just Google what a mobile resolution would look like. Hmm. Let me think. Is there any other ones that are slightly better? No. What's that one? No. So the way we change the size, by the way, is we just press add here. What's that one here? Oh, and it's going to be our mobile test. What do we want it to be? What's this? Samsung Galaxy S200. Yeah, let's try that one. So let's just try doing 1440 3200. That's actually really small. But sure, let's work with this and free aspect ratio. So we'll be changing between them just to see what it looks like. So we can have some kind of a preview. I guess if I kind of put my screen against the screen, it does make sense for it to be kind of like this. Um, anyway, this is what we're going to work with. And hopefully that'll make it easier for us. What else is there to be? So one thing that we can do now is, now that all of these files are here, we can create our update, and we're just going to set up the repository a little bit. So rather than uploading things to the main branch, we'll create a new branch. We'll call it develop, and those will be our things that we will have in development. Actually, let's first update everything to main. So this is the first update, the full project. Project has been added. There you go, like so. So what happens here is we create it, we made a commit, and then we're just gonna press push origin. We basically want to, there you go, should be fine like this. And now let's just go into develop. We're gonna publish the branch, and what we want to do is, because we don't need a lot of branches as we will be just working on our own, what we're gonna do is we will click, we'll click choose a branch to merge into develop, and we want to click on main. So there you go. So main has one commit, which is something we've done not too long ago, which has all of the default projects. So if we kind of just go back to our project files here, let's have a look. So new has now the all of the assets, all of this Unity stuff. Now, if we go into develop, oh, there you go. Actually, let's go back first. We'll see that the develop only has the git ignore files. So it doesn't have anything because before we created it, it was empty. So we want to merge it from main basically. And now we just keep clicking this. There we go. And that is ready. So now once it updates itself, develop now should, there you go, look the same way as our main does. So main will be our backup copy. We'll be only using it if we want to go back on it, and then anything that we create will go into develop. We might add some other repositories later down the line. I mean branches, but since we are the only people working on this, that will in most cases be enough. I'll probably upload every major version separately into a new branch, so we can always roll back to a different version if we make any changes down the line. Like for example, let's just say we opt out for a different way of a different style of shaders or whatnot, and there is a version that we can just roll back to, etc. So we would do stuff like that. In the meanwhile, Unity's being slow. But yeah, this is basically this is everything I believe we need for the today's session. So from tomorrow, we'll start on programming the movements for the character, and we'll probably proceed from there. I want to have some assets, so I would like to do some assets off screen now to prepare for tomorrow. They will be temporary assets, and then later on, we'll be replacing them with actual assets. But this is it for today. Thanks for watching. This video will be available on my YouTube 1 week from now on, and I'll see you tomorrow.